0. That in standard form. So it will be easier to identify your y-intercept. In this case, what is your y-intercept? Y-intercept is 0, comma, negative 6. So we're going to use the quadratic formula. What is A? And what is B? And C is negative 6. And the quadratic formula is x equal negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. As you can see, the division bar goes all the way under that. And we know the y-intercept is 0, negative 6. That's your y-intercept. So we'll find use quadratic formula to find the x-intercept. So we'll have x equal minus, what is b? Negative 5 plus or minus root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times negative 6. Everything is over 2 times negative 2. So I just set my equations. I'm going to follow my operation. I have two negatives going to become with positive 5 plus or minus. This is going to be 25 positive. Do not get negative. Now notice that everything is negative. 3 negatives is going to become what? Negative. Negative 48. Everything is over negative 4. I will have x equal 5 plus or minus square root of negative 23. For those of you who had questioned earlier, over negative 4. As you can see that my square root is what? My radical is negative. That indicates that I will have imaginary number. Then there would be no x-intercept, but it still can be solvable, right? Then gonna be what we call complex number. That will be 5 plus or minus negative 1 is I. That will be I root of 23 over negative 4. So there's nothing I can do to that. So I can claim that there's no x-intercept. I will not find any, because I'm dealing with complex numbers. This is the only thing I can do to that, other than change that to decimal. Since there's an I, that is complex numbers. There's no x-intercept. The only thing I can find now, I know my y-intercept. I need to find my vertex, and you already solved this part, which is minus b over 2a. Which is your x-axis of symmetry, which is this. And the x-coordinate will be what? Negative 5, 4, right? Now I need to find y. How will I find y? I will have to replace x. This is my x. I will have to replace it here to get my y. Then I will reflect that. Alright, so I will have y equal negative 2 times negative 5, 4, and I square that. This is very complicated because you need to pay attention. Right? Minus 5 times negative 5 over 4 minus 6. We're dealing with a bunch of fractions. So filing order of operation, you'll have y equal. To do this first, parentheses, an exponent, that will give me, what is that? When I square that, that will give me 25 over 16, good for you. And when I multiply two negatives, it's going to become what? Positive 25 over 4 minus 6 over 1. So far so good? This, I can see this can simplify, right? That will give me what? 8. So what would my common denominator? That is the common denominator. It's not 4, it's what? 8. So I can multiply this by what? By 2 to get 8, and multiply this by 2, multiply this by 8, and multiply by 8. So this is going to give me 25. You got it 25 over 8 plus what? 50 over 8 minus 48 over 8. So I have everything as same common denominator, then I can combine them. Make sense? Alright? This will give me what? 25 over 8. So far so good? 25 over 8 minus 48 over 8. That will give me y. In this case, what is y? Cannot be positive minus. That will give me y is what? Negative 23 over 8. This is nasty numbers. So my entire vertex will be negative 5, 4 minus 23 over 8. So those are the two things that I need to graph. And I'm going to use a point of reflection. Right? 0, negative 6. So I can go negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. That would be 0, negative 6. All right. This, if I change that to a mixed number, that would be negative 1 and 1/4. Make sense? And how many times does 8 goes to 23? Is that 2 times? Yes. That would be 2 units. 16, that would be what? 7, 8? 7, 8. Close to negative 3, right? I need to go at least 1 unit to the left. This is 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, but those are negative. Negative 1/5, probably somewhere down there, and go down as what? 2, negative 2, close to 3, right? Yeah. So more or less, that is my point. This will help me get only 1/2 of the graph. So it goes down. I'm going to find my y-intercept. Right? And this is the distance. This is my x-axis of symmetry. This is the trick. My x of symmetry is negative 5/4. I need to count how many units from there. Right? Can you count how many units is that? Is that 3 units? We count every 2 units as 1. That will be 2, 1.5. Right? So I have to count 1.5 also on this side. That will be my point of reflection. Can you tell me what point is that? Here? This point will be negative 3, right? That would be negative 3 and what? Negative 6. And negative 6. That will be my reflection. That's the only way I can find the other part of the graph, by doing a reflection. As you can see, this was negative. Since it's going down, therefore it's below my x-axis. If it was above the x-axis, it would have touched it when it's going down. So then, since there's no x-intercept, see, there's no way this can touch the x-axis, right? Because it's going down. If it was going up, that's something else. Make sense? So before you graph it, you should already know what's going on. Since you know it's going down, this is negative. This indicates that the graph will not touch the x-axis. That comprehension, right? But if you know your graph,